for the real.
Only for the real.
Only for the real.
Only for the real. This is only for the real, man. You fake, man. Close your fucking ears, man.
Only for the Real Radio, the Supreme Podcast, and we in here with Musa Reems. Go ahead and start off, kick it off with introducing yourself, telling people who you are.
What's good, gang? Musa Reems, a.k.a. Fleroy Jetson, a.k.a. Swanky Beverly, you feel me? It's your boy out here out west. All that good stuff.
Now, I always start off each interview, I got to jump in somebody asks a certain type of way in. You know, shout out to Mike and everybody that, you know, sent you my way. I had to, like, I had been heard of you children of Ilios and all the rest
big
of that
facts.
shit.
Yeah, you've been a supporter for a while.
Yeah, so when they reached out, they're like, yeah, come fuck with our artist Musa Reems and shit. I had to go about it, do my due diligence, go to the website. And y'all capping on, bro, like, this is quoted from the Musa Reems website. The cap is just unbelievable. Musa Reems is considered one of the most prolific and versatile artists to represent Chicago. With all the shit coming out of Chicago, Musa, like like the cap is just enormous. How you feel so comfortable making those claims?
Man, I'm rapping.
I'm saying everybody gonna feel like the great. Like how you land claim to that?
I'm making claims to that because I'm rapping like that. You can throw me on anything, bro. I'm rapping like that.
So where does this confidence come from? Where you?
I mean, I've been rapping for a while. You feel me? I feel like I study. I'm a student of the craft. I also got respect for, like, not only the people that's older than me, but the people that's doing it within this city and outside of this city. So, like, shout out to everybody that's doing their thing, you know, making progress within their art and their career. So, like, I think that's a big thing within me making my music and me progressing into the future.
Now, you got a certain type of style. Like, I like to say, you like some early 90s Common before he, you know what I'm saying, got some Erykah Badu pussy or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, for real, like, Common was cold, though, like, on some, you know, like, a lot of motherfuckers discredit him because of the later, like, what he got famous for, but when he, like, that shit, that's the Common I, you know what I'm saying, like, really fuck with the most. And that's, you know what I'm saying, when you came on the scene, Children of Ilios, and then you progressed to the Injured Party, to talk about how your style and progression is all tied into one.
I feel like when I first started off with Ilios, it was mad different because it was me and then somebody who was rapping then making beats. So sharing verses and I focus on creating songs in terms of like the bars and then the hooks, the melodies and all of that. I was just kind of writing the verses in the group, you feel me? And like my homie was making the beats, so I was just focused on the raps. And then when I kind of progressed into like the Injured Party and like my solo work, it became different because I started noticing the intricacies that go into making music. And like the bars, the multi-syllabic rhymes, the production I want to rap over. And I feel like I got more comfortable with my voice. I feel like I was damn near 16, 17 with Children of Ilios. And I was still growing into who I wanted to be. But now my voice changed and like I can do certain things that I couldn't do at that time, or I just didn't have the confidence to do.
Okay.
And like now this shit, like I feel like I'm really in my bag and like I can, you know what I'm saying? I get to do my shit, you feel me? So that's been the biggest growing thing. Because even with like Gamma Quietus, I feel like all of that is what I was trying to do with Ilios, but it takes time to grow into that. And people think it's like overnight. You just come out birth. You just can rap your ass off. But I feel like it took me time to get to that point. And I feel like I was cold at that point too, because you always got to have confidence. Because if you don't have confidence, you're going to stop. But even through like the trials and tribulations, I feel like I am where I am now. Like I was able to figure out my sound and like figure out what I want to go to. And then realize I want to be versatile and I want to box myself in.
Now, you come with a certain confidence, and it's not saying it's not earned or, you know what I'm saying, like you shouldn't have it, but you come like kind of out of left field with what Chicago's accustomed to today, like with a certain trap drill sound. Right. How do you kind of denounce like misconceptions about your style? Like, you know, people automatically have that, oh, it's either some Lupe or Chance the Rapper shit. It's neither, like, I don't get that vibe from you, bro. How do you know what I'm saying?
Good looks, yeah. I try not to sound like nobody from city, too. Like, I try not to listen to too much music in general. So, with that being said, I guess when people gonna have their own opinions, so I'm not saying I don't make music for people, but at the end of the day, I need to, like, figure out what I want to do and then how I can relate to others in that way. So, when I write bars, I'm like, okay, this is how I'm feeling at this moment, and this is how I want the world to perceive it and take it and apply it to their own life. So I may say something like, yo, I think the sky is blue, but you can take that and you can apply it to your life however you want to. But I try to make statements that's like very broad, but mean something that has some meaning behind them. And then I try to rap over different things too. Like we can go from boom bap to like trap stuff. Like I try to switch up the flows and everything and just be focused on to relate to as many like people as possible.
So what you saying, boom bap, you admit, like when I was just describing it to my homie, you know, I'm like, bro, kind of got that boom bap sound. So that's what like, and I saw on your site again, all your influences, MF Doom. A lot of niggas like, bro, you a young nigga, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't even like MF Doom, my nigga. Like he's kind of, you know what I'm saying? He's out there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, yeah. So like, I mean, I do notice like me being in different cities, some certain things are like more accepted than others. So like when I'm in New York, that's like normal. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like people, they always on that. When I'm out here, it's kind of a balance. It's kind of in the middle. Some people like, oh, I've been on that. You feel me? Or I haven't. But one thing I do with that is like, if you feel the music, you rock with it, you rock with it. If you don't, you don't. And like everybody got their opinion.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't get offended when people like I don't rock with it, but like this is something that I enjoy. It's something I believe in. Something I have fun with a lot. So
nah. Again, we circling back to the style of Chicago music and shit. Like people like to hear about Packs and dying guys. You know what I'm saying? You're not really that type of artist. Carving out a lane for yourself in Chicago. How hard has that been?
It's been cool. Like when I first started Ilios, we definitely got like a lot of buzz in terms of like, I remember Elevator posted our stuff. We got like a lot of things. Then Andrew Barber posted that I got signed when I got signed to Amp last year. So that kind of kicked stuff off. Then I started getting like national attention in terms of like Two Dope Boys, Ear Milk, like playlist Shade 45. So that was cool being in the city. And I think carving my own lane in the city it take time. It wasn't like overnight. It took a couple years, but that's also because I started my solo career in like 2017, 2016. So we here in 2019 now. So it took like a year or two for me to really figure out what I wanted to do sound wise and grow into myself. So it took like a couple projects, I would say. I did the Lately I've Been Soul Searching series. But the first project I dropped was called Another Dose. And like that did numbers, and that kind of helped me get to the point where I'm at today.
Now, it's been 11 months since I've been soul searching too, and since you've dropped a bunch of singles and visuals along with the Nassim Williams joint with Suleiman and Vic Spencer, Colt Powers, the Gamma. I don't know how you say that. Like I'm not as, you know what I'm saying. I'm not as, you niggas is, uppity Negroes, all in less than a year. What's been the reaction to the work, and how do you plan on maintaining that productivity this year?
When I first dropped the first installment of Lately I've Been Soul Searching, that was my first project with Amp. It did pretty well. Then the Lately I've Been Soul Searching 2 was where I really started seeing the national attention and like the people from blogs. So that was really dope. And I felt like that was my best work at that time. I really was starting to figure out where I wanted to go in terms of lyrically and like sound wise. I took a couple months off, started dropping singles and videos. Then Nassim hit me up about doing a joint with Vic and Sully. Eventually got in the lab with them. It was only supposed to be one song at first. Then we did like it's 2 on the project, then it's 2 and 2, so it's like a side A, side B. We did that. They dropped in October, got attention. Shout out to them too, because they like the OGs in the city and shit, so it's cool.
Yeah, especially with the kind of style like
that I do.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
Shout out Vic and them,
Yeah, Vic and Sully, like, and I remember I used to be like rolling around the city. I used to be like at Jug and like all these places, and those was the dudes that was there. So that's who I seeing treated, all that happened throughout the city. That's what I wanted to do, and getting to the end, we wasn't even supposed to make Gamma Quietus. It was supposed to be like 6 songs. It was supposed to be like a short EP. But I started getting just locked in the lab. And then we just started going from there. And I feel like that's, in terms of all my projects, that's like people seeing where I'm growing. They like, okay, I see what you're doing now. And it's a lot of different sounds on that project. And people like, okay, I can't really like box you in. So like even from beginning to end, from Quietus to Bussin', I feel like them tracks is just different. And it go with the shows too. I think a lot of things happen. Like the shows have been great, and people go back to the projects and they see how many sounds I got and how many styles I'm coming with.
Now you ain't been this whole time. You've never been like shot at. A lot of Chicago artists don't say, shout out other artists. Right. Shit like it's like shit. I'm here for my shine. I'm here to do this. Right. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, now fuck him. I don't listen to him. Like I get. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I swear away from it a lot because a lot of people don't like to answer the questions. But right. Like you just shout out Vic and you shout out Sully and all the rest of them. Who's some of the artists around the city you can honestly say you a fan of?
People who I like in the city right now. I like Brittany Carter. She raw said.
Shout out Brittany Carter.
I like Femdot.
Yeah.
Valet. Code. It's a lot of people. I mean, to be honest with you, the city like going crazy right now. I can go on and on. Obviously, I always been like a fan of like Keith and like Chance and them. Like they definitely was the forefathers of not just Chicago, but just in general how people making music now, especially Keith. Herb, Queen Key, people like that. So that's like a decent amount. That's like a handful of people I listen to that I think really raw within the city.
And you done a great job of doing that. It seemed like it took nothing out of you to shout. Niggas be like, man, dude, cool. Like I don't really listen to him on Saturdays and shit, but other days.
It's like competition. You feel me? But like We all can eat.
Yeah, it's gonna be enough. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no eye in the team. We on some weak shit. Now you seem big on getting your music out to different platforms, not just Chicago based, but national. But we, here Only for the Real, we like to have people shout out the Chicago based brands and shit. So who's some of the platforms around the city that you look for, that you check for? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, shout them out.
Y'all for one.
No, you ain't got to lie to us, bro. Go ahead.
Lying,
you supposed to say that first, but you done right. You done right. You done right.
Y'all for the real whole time. Shout out Ruby Hornet.
Like Ruby Hornet, definitely supported me hella. Fake Short Drive, Prime Fortune. They
Shout out Prime Fortune.
Yeah, they homies.
Elevator, been supporting. I don't want to miss nobody. There's so many people.
Yeah, you got to, like, this your chance.
Yeah, these
like,
days, news, shout out to them. There's so many people.
Look, motherfucker gonna sit up and they gonna listen to this, and you're not gonna get any more posts, guy.
They ain't gonna
you better think deep.
Yeah, I better think
deep.
They we gonna send out that PR. They gonna be like, nope.
Nah, bro. Like, damn, we just seen that shit. This YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Play. You know what I'm saying? It's going a lot of places. Anchor FM. This is going a lot of places, guy.
I feel you, bro. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the Chicago blogs. For real, like. And that's like from the beginning, because I've been getting a lot of love on blogs since I started making music. And like a lot of people, it take time for you to get on blogs. I remember when I first started making music, I would send stuff and people would post it. So that's love in general. So shout out to the Chicago scene. I think